Medasi. Yo, bye. Okay. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, we said we would be starting 6 p.m. And so we have about 3 minutes more. Thank you, Bedford. Thank you. Let's wait. When it's 6, then we start. Today is really about me answering questions. So you can unmute your mic to ask questions or type in the box. So we are waiting for others. So I'm not sure why they haven't joined. But Bedford, why did you join? What do you want to know? What do you want to ask? Are you typing? Welcome to those who are joining. You are welcome to Okin Value's first YouTube live. And this is because um, people have questions when it comes to PMP. Either they want to start the process, they want to become certified, they want to know who can write PMP, they want to know who qualifies to write PMP. I'm actually using an external mic. Is it better? Can you hear me? Please let me know if you can hear me. Okay, thank you. Thank you for confirming you can hear me. So I welcome you once again. This is Okin Valley's first YouTube live, and it is because I keep receiving lots of questions, lots of inquiries about how do I write PMP, what do I need to write PMP, how much is it, and when people become certified too, they want to know what is PDU, Professional Development Unit, how can I get PDUs, how many do I need, how do I upload my PDUs, and after I become certified, I've been hearing about cycle. How many days are the cycle, or how many years are the cycle? After I get 60 PDUs, do I need any other thing um, to recertify? So I felt, okay, let's have this YouTube live session for people to ask questions and probably seek support that they need for their PMP. So this today is about you. Thank you, James. I'm audible for you. Thank you. Yes, and thanks all to who confirmed that I'm audible. Before, uh, sorry if I don't pronounce your name correctly. Fasiwa. Okay, so it's about you. I need you to ask me your questions. There's nothing too small or silly. Anything you want to ask, please just just ask right away. You can just put your questions in the chat box. I don't know how you can speak through. How can I speak through your mic? I don't know how you can do that. You mean for us to hear your voice? Bedford, Bedford. Yes, please, your questions. Everyone is waiting on everyone to ask questions. Okay, so whilst you are making up your mind to ask question, let me quickly go over. Okay, I see the first question. How much do I need to write the PMP exam? The PMP exam, um, until I think by the end of this month, by 31st March, will be 555 USD for someone that is not a member of PMI. 555 US dollars, 555 US dollars. That is the exam fee. It excludes the training fee. If you are a member of PMI Global, especially if you are not in Africa, it is $405. $405. But they are going to increase it. So the 555 will become 575 by the end of March, and the 405 for PMI Global member only will become 430 or so. But if you're a member of PMI in Africa, so you're a member of PMI Global and you're a member of, say, PMI Ghana chapter, the exam fee will be $284 for you, $284 for you. And how do you become a member? I will speak about Ghana chapter because I'm here in Ghana. So it is by payment of an annual subscription fee, and it is 34 yes $144 for you to become a member. And this is the breakdown: $10 handling fee or application fee, $99 PMI Global membership, and then 35 US dollars for the Ghana chapter membership. So that makes 144. So once you pay that, you become a member. So membership has nothing to do with writing exam. So you have three possible figures for the PMP exam fee, depending on whether you are a member or not. So Derek, um, I hope that answers your question. Someone says, can we please know you first? So my name is Jumoke Lafenwa. I'm the managing partner for Okin Value Limited, a member of PMI and a member of PMI Ghana chapter, a volunteer as well. I'm a PMP certified. I got certified in 2011, and I've been training since 2012, 2013. Currently, I'm a PMI-PMP authorized instructor, and Okin Value is now PMI-PMP authorized partner. So all what we use in training, they are authorized material directly from PMI. So I hope, and I am on LinkedIn as Jumoke Lafenwa. That's how I appear on LinkedIn. Yes, James is asking, I've completed the PMI CP courses and I've been given some PDU. Can I accumulate without any PMI certificates? I think you can claim PDUs about 2 months until your certification. So you can't just keep it perpetually. So if you had, let's say, PGUs, and then you became certified in any of the PMI certifications, 2 months after, you can claim those PGUs. But anything, it's not. Yes. All right. So whilst I wait for more questions, I want to talk briefly about PMP. PMP stands for Project Management Professional. And who can write the exam? Anyone that is involved in project management. You may not have that title. Maybe what you do, you are not a project executive, you are not a project manager by the title, but PMI defines project as a temporary endeavor that has a beginning, produces unique results, and ends, because that is what distinguishes between project and operations. Operations are continuous activities or repetitive things you do over and over. So if we took an accountant that prepares payment slip, okay, that is an operational act. So that will not be project. But if we took someone, let's say your company wants to expand, and so you are moving offices, or you are trying to get office, get equipment, set the place up, train people. That becomes a project because it will have a start date. It will produce the office with the equipment, with trained people, and when once people move in, that ends that project, and then it is handed over to operation. So operation will be when cleaning the office, and buying electricity for the meter, servicing air condition. That becomes operation. So you may not have the titles, but when you look at yourself, what do you do? Does it constitute projects? Then you can write it. And for you to be able to write PMP, there are requirements. There are two main requirements. You must have project management work experience, and you must sit in a class that will introduce you to PMP. And sitting in the class to introduce you to PMP is what we call 35 contact hour training, and it is part of what I do. And that is when I said that I'm a PMP authorized instructor. It means I didn't just pass the PMP. I passed my PMP 2011. I didn't just pass that. It means I've gone through training with PMI. I've written exam and I've passed, and PMI says yes, she can train. And that is why or how I became authorized instructor. No, Ransford, that was not what I said. Do you mean to say that after becoming a PNP, you will begin getting and accumulating PDUs after 2 months? No. Someone asked a question. He has completed a training, and that training attracts certain PDUs. He doesn't have any certification now. He's asking what will become of those PDUs. And I'm saying if you wrote and it passes a PMP, I mean PMI certification, PMP, PMI, CP, ACP, PBA, any certification he writes, it can lay claim of those PDUs, but the time span shouldn't be more than 2 months. I hope Ransford is clearer now. So as you become certified today, you attend a meeting today, you can get your PDUs today. So Ransford, please let me know if um, it's clear. So I was saying that you need to, um, there are two requirements. You having project management work experience, and part of what we do at Okin Value is we have a template that we give our students to capture their project management work experience. So what have you done that constitutes project? We'll look at it, and then during the training, they learn the phrases and terms, and we help structure their project management work experience to reflect there's actually project and not operations. Okay. Thanks, Ransford, for confirming that I've answered your question. Franel wants to know the cost of training for PMP exam. For Okin Valley, if you train with us, it is 4,199 Ghana cedis. I don't know how much that is in USD because it is dependent on your bank. And that is for virtual training. It is 5 Saturdays. It's a combination of the training, of practice questions, and simulator. One thing we don't do at Okin Valley is to give you the option to write exam or not to write exam. We want you to write exam. We want you to pass. That is why we are there. And so it's a package. The training, the support, uh, like personalized support from the time you register and through the training, the simulator, until you write and pass. So it's 4,199 Ghana cedis. And we have one in person for the year, just one. And that will be in July. And that is 5,499. And so that covers the training, the simulator, the support until you write the exam. So it will be the training fee plus the exam fee, depending on the category where you find yourself. But I always advise people become a member of the chapter, because one, the exam becomes cheaper, and then you're able to download as a member. You'll be able to download PDF of almost all the books that you'll be needing for the PMP, the guide, the seventh edition, the sixth edition pinball, the agile practice. You'll be able to download all, because that is one of the benefits of you becoming a member. And the exam is now 180 questions. It used to be 200 questions, 4 hours. That's 240 minutes. But now it is 180 questions, and the time is 230 minutes. You have the option of getting up to use the washroom during the exam, like 10 minutes. But I don't know. The best thing is to use the washroom before you even start the exam. And I'm not sure once you do that, you would even be willing to use the washroom. Yeah. One of the things that, or one of the reasons why I advise people, let me rephrase that. One of the reasons why our training is a package um, is that my first attempt, please, as you join, I'll be happy if you can like the session, the live session, like. And if you have not subscribed to Okin Value um, channel, please do so. Thank you. One of the reasons we have that package is when I wrote my PMP in 2011, the first time I wrote, I failed. I have a YouTube recording on I failed PMP. And it was because I was given the option to come for the exam prep or not to come. And I was like, nah, I'm not going to pay for exam prep. These people, they just want to take my money, because the exam prep fee was almost equal or the same as the fee for the training. And I was like, no, I'm an engineer. What is it? What have they taught us that I can't remember? The calculations are, they are less than 5% of the whole training. So it's not a big deal. So I didn't pay for the simulator. So and then I used the fourth edition, the Pinbook fourth edition, and boom, I wrote and failed. Those days when you write, you know you know whether you pass or fail before you get out of the exam room, because it's either you are given we are sorry you failed, or congratulations you passed. And so that was how I, in fact, I didn't even know that I needed a simulator. I was just wondering what went wrong. The answers, but I got them right, because I was selecting the answers and they were looking right. Yeah, you are getting it and all that. And one of my friends said you need simulator, and he assisted me in getting the simulator. And as I practiced the questions, I realized that the ones I was selecting that I thought were answers were actually wrong. And so the simulator helped in aligning the way I was processing the questions to how I should process the question. In fact, I was unconsciously answering the questions the way we were managing projects in my organization. And my organization isn't the standard for PMP. So why not rely on the examiner and answer the questions the way they want you to? So that was how the simulator helped me. So we don't give it's not we don't make it optional. So that 4,199 covers both training and the simulator. And the simulator in total, you have about 1,000 questions. Yes. Yes. Do you have any question for me? Okay, so whilst I'm waiting for more questions, after you attend the training, then you apply to PMI online. You go to pmi.org, you click on certifications, and then you select PMP. Um, if you are a member, it will pick automatically that you have not written PMP, and then you will see at the right corner apply button. You click on it, and then you fill the form. You fill the form. It will ask about information on the training that introduce you to the PMP that we call 35 contact hour training, and then your education. Okay, so I just said that the requirements are two: project management work experience and the 35 contact hour training. The project management work experience are in two categories. Category one, if you have at least 4-year tertiary education, that means you have at least a degree. You will need to prove that you have 3 years project management work experience. If you do not have a degree, but you have a diploma, you will need to prove that you have 5 years project management work experience. So once you indicate your qualification, then the system would await the number of years project management experience that you need to prove. And it takes PMI just about 5 working days to respond to you. So you apply, it takes them about 5 working days, they give you your approval. It is after the approval that you can pay for the exam. So you can't pay for the exam if you have not received approval of your application. So you pay for the exam and then you schedule it. You are the one that will determine what month, what week, what day of the week, and what time you want to write the exam. Once you receive approval, you have 1 year within which to write the exam. And you have opportunity to write 3 times. Though our goal is to make our students pass at first sitting, and we've had good data of our students passing at first sitting. So if you do not pass at first sitting, you have opportunities to write twice, 2 more times, as long as it's within your 1 year. And with that, and that's it. That's it. Someone is asking, are the questions multiple choice questions? Yes, part of it is multiple choice. Um, then other is matching, where you have maybe list of items on the left and you have another list of items beside it and you match them. And then what? Then fill in the space. Fill in the space. Yes. You must know what you are doing. You cannot guess to write the exam. You must understand the principles. The exam changed on 2nd January 2021. Previously, the exam was based on um, 5 process groups and 10 knowledge areas. The 5 process groups: initiating, planning, executing, monitoring, controlling, and closing. And then you have the 10 knowledge areas: integration, scope, cost, time, uh, stakeholders, procurement, and all that. So we had 10 knowledge areas. And then you have processes under this 10. It's like a matrix. You have the process groups, and then you have the knowledge areas, and then you have activities that will be under one of the process groups: initiating, and then maybe will be under scope or integration and all that. But 2nd January 2021, the exam changed. As it changed now, there is the aspect of predictive, or what we call waterfall. And then we have the adaptive, where you have the agile, scrum, lean, Kanban, and then you have hybrid, which is a combination of adaptive and predictive. So if you picked processes, and the 3 areas you'll be examined on are processes, people, and business environment. So when we are talking about processes, and processes is 50% of the exam, um, People is 42% of the exam, and then the remaining 8% is on business environment. So when you are talking about processes, it's looking at all these three different approaches: predictive, adaptive, and hybrid. So if you went in for a training that is still based on the sixth edition only, that is looking at predictive, only waterfall, then you have no idea, though that there are processes, but then you have no idea how processes translate under adaptive and hybrid life cycle. So it means your preparation is even less than 50% of the exam. I hope um, you understood what I just said. Okay, so Courage is asking, how do you verify that I really have the degree and the experience? I cannot verify whether you have the degree or the. You will tell me, let's say I graduated from University of Ghana, and I will agree with you. But when you are filling, you are going to on PMI's portal, you are going to indicate the school you went to, the year you went to, the degree, and PMI do randomly select people for audit. So if you are selected, you will need to prove, you need to send your certificate to them. I don't write exam, I only prepare you for the exam. And for the experience, once they pick you for audits, if there are inconsistencies, you also fill out a form, and you have to provide a superior that would have to endorse or confirm that really you did participate in the project you said you did, and that was what you did. And so that it will be verified. Okay, so Efra is asking, please, can you list some examples of projects that enable you to qualify as a PMI member? As a PMI member, you don't need projects to qualify you as a member. The interest, me, when I became a member of PMI, I had two degrees, one in engineering, and the other, I did MBA General Management, but I was working as a researcher. Of course, the researcher were managing projects, conducting surveys and all that. But that was not the prerequisite for me becoming a member. My card, my debit card or regular ATM card, and money in the account enabled me to become a member. I just logged in and I did the needful. But if what you meant is for you to write exam, I defined what project is by PMI standard. The project is a temporary endeavor or activity that has a beginning, produces a unique result, and ends. It is a means towards delivering on the organizational goal or value. Okay, so any activity that falls within what I just explained as project will qualify as a project. Must have a beginning, ending, and ending. And your project can be 10 years, the duration can be 10, can be 20, can even be 100. As long as there's a timeline and it will end, it's a project. Oh, thanks, James. Thank you, James. Please like us if you haven't liked Okin Value, and subscribe to the channel, please. Thank you. Please, how do I upload my completed projects for PGU? Um, Daniel, I don't know what you mean by your completed project. Are you certified? Are you maybe PMP certified or ACP certified or PBA certified and you need PGUs? How do I upload my completed projects for PGUs? It's not clear. Okay, so Daniel, if you are PMP certified, just log in to pmi.org, click on your name. Your name will be to the top right corner, click on it. It's a drop down menu. Select, you can select your dashboard so that you know where you are with your PDUs. And then the certifications, click on certifications. It will show that claim PDU. So um, um, put you can put you click on it and then provide the information that you need, because you need certain information as in the date and some description, and and then you can lay on your claim. PMI has standard like 2 PDUs or under two PDUs, let's say 1 PDU or 2 PDUs. It's very easy to claim. But if it is more than 2 PDU, then you will have to create like a template, and then you follow the steps. I hope it's clearer. I can put my WhatsApp number here in the chat section for if it's not clear enough for you to follow it up with me. Okay. And you can also reach out to me on LinkedIn as Jumoke Lafenwa. In fact, I'm on social media as Jumoke Lafenwa, on Instagram, on Facebook, on LinkedIn as Jumoke Lafenwa. So, Daniel, if my response is not clear enough or I'm not answering the question well, you can reach out to me via WhatsApp, and then we will continue from there. Why do you need PMP certification? Sometimes people ask. It validates you. It validates that you are truly a project manager, and it says it is what it says about you is that you have mastery over processes. Project processes, um, managing people, and you understand business environment. So it validates you. So it's not just saying that you are not only telling people, oh, I know my onions, I know how to manage projects, I can do this, but that certificate, verifies that truly you can do that. And it is no wonder it is the largest sought after project management certification globally. Globally, you can Google PMP. It has the highest professionals. I think now we are like 1.3 with that certification. There are other certifications, but PMP is leading. And why would you want to become a member of PMI? After all, I'm an engineer. I belong to Institute of Engineering. I'm a quantity surveyor. And why you should be is that PMI is the largest project management professional body globally. You can also, Google that. Is the largest body, is recognized globally. And in Ghana, it is the largest and is recognized nationally. So why would you want to become a member and contribute to the growth and the impact of project management in Ghana, in Africa, and the world? Yes, question. The target is for us to end this live in an hour's time. So we have about 21 minutes to end the live. Sometimes people ask me, your training, the virtual, is it the same as the in-person? It's the same. It is the same. It is the same content, the same, it's same. But some people just prefer the in-person. Say it's inside, like they are so used to it has to be in person, but it's the same. It's the same. If you are in Ghana, where would you write the exam? Okay, so where can you write the exam? You can write it in your home, can write it in your office if you have good internet connectivity. However, I do advise people go to PMI authorized exam center. The reason is when I was president, okay, I didn't mention that in my introduction. I'm the immediate past president of PMI Ghana chapter. I was president from 20 January 1st, 2019, and my tenure ended December 31st, 2022. I did 2 terms, and yours truly is the first female president of that chapter. When I was president, some people had issues where they um, wrote the exam in their offices or their homes. Their leg knocked the extension box and the internet was disconnected. And when they reconnected, they couldn't access the exam anymore. PMI counted it that they had finished the exam, and back and forth and all that. And they had to pay because each time, you see, the first time, if you remember, you pay 284. If you fail, you have to pay for the exam. It's not free. And I think it's about $276. I'm not sure now, you know. So, but if you went to PMI's authorized exam center, that's not your headache that you knocked on an extension box and it went off. No, they will ensure that it comes up and you complete your exam. So I want to transfer that risk to the center instead of writing in my home. Daniel, a friend just completed MSc project management. What is required for the person to become PMP certified and to get the 35 contact hour training? Before the exam changed on 2nd January 2021, institutions like KNUST, where PMI Ghana contributed to the um, course outline or content for the MSc, they didn't have to do 35 contact hour training as a standalone because KNUST included the PMBOK into their curriculum. So they did it, the 5 process groups and the 10 knowledge areas. But I'm saying, if you make attempt and you apply to PMI, it may be approved, but you will fail the exam because the 5 process groups and the 10 knowledge areas you did focused on what we call predictive methodology. Predictive methodology is plan based. It's plan based because you know the beginning and you know the end. Like construction, you are going to build 10 bedrooms. You know it's 10 bedrooms. But a project that is plagued with lot of changes, where your end users or customers can be making requests for changes, and then you have to be modifying things. You can't use predictive or waterfall. You have to use adaptive. So adaptive is change based. Predictive is plan based because you have almost all information. While adaptive is change based, and hybrid is a combination of the two. So what you will do, or what you did, and even GIMPA, what you did, or if you just graduated MSc, is based on the old format that focused only on predictive. Now we are still doing predictive, but the predictive, if you pick initiating, for instance, which is the first element under the process group, it will look at plan-based approach, which is predictive, and it will also look at change-based approach, which is adaptive. And we now look at what do you do when you are initiating project under hybrid methodology. That is methodology having a bit of predictive waterfall and a bit of adaptive, um, change based. So if you went to write your exam, it means now we are saying exam is 50% processes. The processes you have is only based on predictive. The aspect on adaptive the aspect on hybrid is missing altogether. So it is not enough. So if you have that degree, MSc from say KNUST, MSc Project Management, KNUST, MSc Project Management, GIMPA, I don't know whether UCC is doing it. You still need to do the 35 contact hour training. And this is an explanation that I've gone over and over with people with MSc degree from especially KNUST. And it's not the same. It's not the same. If your training was based on inputs and outputs, tools and techniques, no, it's not the current training. Please don't forget to like the live as you join us, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so, please. Thank you. Daniel, I hope I've answered your question. Let me know if I've answered your question or the other thing you would want me to say that I have not said. Yes. So now, and then some people will go for the training. They will do the old training and then go and read about agile. It's not the same, because when we talk about team formation, for instance, team formation under predictive, you don't have to be in the same area, like co-located, you know. But adaptive, when you're talking of agile, Scrum, Lean, Kanban, encourages co-location for the team, because interaction is key when you are uh, what when you are uh, deploying um, adaptive methodology, which you will not find if your training was based on um, predictive or the sixth edition of the pinball. Someone said, Jimmy, the PMP exam, is it based on pinball seventh edition? I said, no. I said, are you sure? I started laughing. I said, it's not based on a seventh edition. It's based on more than 10 books now. Sixth edition is one of them, because we are still talking about processes. It's just that the processes have been widened to cover adaptive, to cover a hybrid, which we do not have in the sixth edition. You see, so go for the training. Yes, Daniel. Yes, it means going for the training. When people say to me, how much is your training? And I say it's 4,001. Oh, it's too expensive. I know someone that does it 2,500. Me, I don't argue with people. Oh. I don't argue. I say, okay, you go. They go, they fail the exam, and then they come back. And I ask them, who will take the credit? Because whoever trained you, when you pass, feels he has trained you. You know, last week I was somewhere, I got a call. Someone said she had a training, and I said, show me the content. She has not been able to show me the content till today. You know, yes. So Daniel, yes, meaning another training required for the yes, yes, and I pay for the simulator. It's not free. So when we start the training, you have access to, the moment we finish day one, I start giving you questions so that it aligns your mind to start thinking towards how to process PMP questions. So from week one, we start answering questions, and then there are questions, 15 questions on cost, on time, and all that. Then at the end of the training, in fact, the last day of the training, I walk my students through to apply for the exam that day, because it's that day that you receive certificate of completion. And so I walk you through the registration, you apply to PMI. And then I wait for you to demand the proper simulator. A proper simulator would be in exam format. It is timed, and then you answer those questions, and then you can review the ones you got wrong, why you got them wrong, and then you attempt. So the moment you're able to answer those questions effortlessly and passing, you pass the exam. So I pay for the simulator. Mm. And then before before care, I'm currently doing my master's program in project management at Gimpa and expected to complete in July of this year. Which categories do I belong to in this case? If you tell me the content, your course content, I will be able to tell you whether you don't need a 35 contact hour training. Because I know that Gimpa is authorized training partner. As to whether they are using the current content in training, because I posed a quiz and one of the instructor got it wrong. I asked how many questions are PMP exam now and how long is the exam, and the person still quoted the wrong, oh, I mean, not the wrong, the old number of questions, 200 questions and 240 minutes. Meanwhile, it is now 180 questions, 230 minutes. So I became worried for the students. So also before, I already shared my WhatsApp number. You can let us chat. Let me know the content of your MSc project management, and then I can verify that you wouldn't need a 35 contact hour training. Yep. All right, I want to use this opportunity to say thank you for making time on your Sunday to join this live. And you can follow me on LinkedIn. I mean, I would like you to follow me on LinkedIn, and you can ask me questions on PMP. If you check my post on LinkedIn, is mostly on PMI, on PMP, and all that. So I'm really happy. Um, Before, are you a member of GIMPA, the student club? Courage. Hey, you are negotiating on the life. I've not thought about it, but no. Okay, so before, if you are a member of the PMI student club GIMPA, let me know the content, and then I'll see what I can. When I say I will sit all your 35 contact down, now, which one will I remove? Because now, let me tell you how the training goes. Previously, you will be looking at the process groups. Now, there are 6 lessons. Lesson 1, uh, business environment. Lesson 2, start project. Lesson 3, plan project. Lesson 4, um, um, support project team performance. Lesson 5, support team member performance. And then lesson 6, close project or phase. These are the lessons, which is totally different. So if I don't know the content of what you are doing, I will not be able to say yes or no to your question before. And encourage you, let's chat. Let's chat and see. We already have um our training schedule for the entire year. So So let me see if I can share the link to our scheduled training, and then you can look at the one that works for you. The first two are already gone, so no one can um, register again for the first two. So I'm grateful for all of you that have joined this evening. Link to and if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please subscribe and please hit the like button now. So I just shared with us the link to our scheduled training for 2024. Click on it and see the schedule. Eh, please, how many Sambini, courage. How many minutes makes 1 hour? 60 minutes makes 1 hour. So 60 plus another 60 making 120 plus another 60 making 180. If it had been 4 hours, it would have been 240 minutes because that would be 460. It would have been, and I mean, Martin, no, it would have been 240. So 230 minutes is 4 hours less 10 minutes. So it is not 2 hours, 30 minutes. Courage. Why? You don't like maths in school. Thank you. My boss from year 2005 up until 2011, Madam Roti Olatunji Ojelabi just joined the live. Thank you so much, ma'am. All right, so we have less than 2 minutes to close the live session. Thank you for joining. And I'm always available. I'm very passionate when it comes to project management in Africa because I subscribe to us having the know how, the knowledge, the everything that we need to work and improve Africa. And if you're a member of PMI, you would have heard project economy, project economy. What it means is organizations would achieve their organizational goals, value through execution of projects. That's how you get value. I mean, that you have set for your organization, your strategic goals, and all that. So, even you as a project manager, you need to understand how the project you are executing fits into the strategic goal of your organization. So the project economy is simply saying that we are achieving value through execution of projects. So every employee needs to understand how this happens and to be empowered to be able to use the skills required to be able to achieve this success. Okay. So once you are equipped to be able to be successful with your project, then you're able to cut down costs, you're able to reduce cost and time overrun, and then you're able to achieve the quality of your project, and thereby your organization achieving the value they've set out to achieve. So it's important that we all acquire these project management skills. It doesn't matter whether you have the title or you do not have the title. Project management is very key to the success of what you do, even as a parent, because I employ the skills that I acquired from project management to parenting to friendship to, when I talk now, I'm not talking about what is the distance from your home to, I'm able to put it in, to quantify distances. It takes you about 500 meters from my house to this. It helps in communication, it helps in stakeholder engagement, it helps in risk analysis, it helps in every aspect of your life. So project management skills are lifetime skills that you require. So you can always reach out to me on LinkedIn if you have any question. Um, if you're working on a project and you want some insight, I'm happy to provide such insight to you. So once again, thank you for joining the live. Like the live, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and hopefully see you soon. Thank you and God bless you. Bye bye.